What's going on, guys? This is Gainz Gaming. Today we are going to be going over the new video that the official Rise of Kingdoms channel just announced on YouTube. And so this is going to be covering everything that we need to know about the new update with the Egypt civilization and the new commanders coming to game. Spoiler alert, we are not getting leadership commanders. We are getting 4 archer commanders, 2 for early game and 2 for late game. So let's dive right into the video and we'll check it out.
Hi governors, welcome back to another video. This is Asya.
And this is Leo. Today we'll be taking a look at the latest info on the update, Glory of Egypt. So we'll be taking a look at the details on the new commanders, Imhotep and Thutmose III.
And the new civilization Egypt. Let's get into the details. We have received a lot of feedbacks from you guys expecting a new civilization in Rise of Kingdoms, and Egypt was one of the most popular demands among our governors. And now, without further ado, let's take a look into the Egyptian city hall.
Participating in a series of special Egypt events, so you can obtain 2 brand new city skins. The GoldenEye city theme is available through the Esmeralda's Prayer event.
As you can see here, this is going to be the new city skin that we get through the Esmeralda's Prayer that he said. So this is going to be giving you 5% cav defense with the cost of 5% archer health. So if you are an only cavalry player, this is going to be a pretty decent city skin for you. But if you are using archers in the field, probably not going to be something that you're going to want to use. But like I said, if you're only using calves or using a mixture of calves and infantry in the field, then this is going to be a pretty decent skin because it gives you defense. But if you are using archers, probably not the best skin for you to use.
It gives a 5% increase of cavalry defense.
And Supreme Warrior city theme is a
And this is going to be the Zenith of Power event city skin. So this is giving 15% infantry attack. So it looks like they are liking the attack with the Zenith skins. I know a lot of people were hoping for infantry health with this skin, which would have been just way too overpowered. So I'm glad that they're not putting health out there because that would be just complete insanity, having 15% extra health on infantry or really any type of unit. But this is going to be giving you 15% infantry attack, minus 5% cav defense, and minus 5% archer attack. So if you are an infantry player, this is going to be great. It's going to be amazing for garrisons as well. But getting that extra 15% attack plus the iconics in Season of Conquest will actually stack up very, very well.
awarded during the Zenith of Power event. This legendary skin gives 15% of infantry attack.
Alright, so let's take a closer look at the stats. First, it increased archer attack by 5%,
And rallied armies damage also increases by 5%.
and it increased 1.5% in research and building speed. And also, here's the first look of our special units, Marianu.
So as you can see there that these special units are going to be archers as I predicted in my earlier video. And like I said, these are going to be archer commanders, so that makes a lot of sense.
The update comes with a lot of exciting events that will open the door to the world of ancient Egypt.
And the Alliance Quiz is basically a game mode where Alliance members are answering questions online at the same time. So be sure to ask your Alliance leader or R4 to organize it.
All players
So it looks like this is going to be kind of like the Lutheran Skulls event where you are going to be answering a ton of questions together. Not sure if they're going to be the same questions or something similar, but I'm sure it's going to be something to do with like history, just knowing some stuff about ancient Egypt, stuff like that. It doesn't really show the rewards, so hopefully the rewards are going to actually be worth it. Possibly some gold heads or maybe some materials would be great, but don't expect too much from these just because the rewards typically aren't great. But hopefully they are something that's going to be worthwhile to do the event.
players' answers can be seen by other members, so you can work together with your teammates to get the highest score.
You can also discover a new storyline and discover mysteries of Egypt by participating in the event called Words of Eternity.
Complete the challenges, explore the entire story, and you can get the special Egyptian avatar frame and name plaque.
So this is something that we've seen in previous updates, kind of like where you just listen to the story and you just watch what the story gives. I believe this time it's going to be Gilgamesh that's going to be in the story. That's what the notes said in the last system update mail that we got. And so it's basically just listening to the story and just basically watching what they're telling you, and you get some rewards for it. So it's basically just participation there.
There's also a chance for you to get one of the brand new commanders by logging in.
So this is also how you are going to be able to get Thutmose III. And so after 7 days of logging in, you're going to be able to get a full unlock of Thutmose III. And so hopefully he does come in gold keys, which I feel like he will, but you will for sure get a full unlock of Thutmose III here in this 7-day login event.
In for 7 days. As iconic and historical figures, Imhotep and Thutmose III will be joining Rise of Kingdoms along with the Egypt update.
For Thutmose III,
So you can see here, Thutmose III is an archer, versatility, and support commander. And so, like I said before, we are getting 4 archer commanders in the game. Thutmose III and Isotep are going to be through KVK 1 and 3. So that way we are actually getting archer commanders that will most likely be very, very viable in the early game. That will actually help people who focus on archers in early game actually be able to open field, because archers get completely wrecked in the early game. It's really infantry and cavs that dominate the early game. But this will actually allow archers to be viable in KVK 1 through 3, because you really only have like Edward, YSG, and El Cid. That's not really the greatest options that you have in KVK 1 through 3, and so I think it's great that they're adding these commanders that you can use in the early game.
his talents are
You can see here Brave Ruler. I believe we only get to see a couple of these skills, so hopefully they announce the full skill breakdown soon and we can cover that in a future video. But you can see here this will deal direct damage to up to 3 targets in a forward-facing fan-shaped area, damage factor 1000, and then damage dealt to each target is also reduced by 15%, which is pretty typical. And then the target will also suffer 30% reduced healing for 5 seconds. So that's going to be great for attacking like a Zenobia. So this would be great for like swarming a flag, or if you're fighting in the open field and you're targeting like a Richard I in the early game, that's going to be something that's going to be great to use to reduce that healing. Alright, here we go. So Empire Builder, all archer units led by this commander gain 15% increased attack and 10% increased march speed. And then outside of Alliance territory, he deals 15% increased damage, which is amazing for open field fighting. And this actually aligns with his history as well, because he was a conqueror of different lands. He never lost a battle, and so he was always outside of his territory conquering new places, and so this makes a lot of sense with his historical background.
versatility and support. Imhotep's
And then that was his active skill right there, which is actually different than the active skill they showed in the previous video that I covered. I'll link that right here on the top if you wanted to check that video out, but it looks a little bit different than what we saw in that video.
talents are archer, garrison, and support.
Legendary Boudica and Henry the
And so you can see there, Isotep is going to be a garrison, archer, and support commander. And so this is going to be the epic commander. We don't get to see a breakdown of his skills, but we do know that he is going to be garrison. And so potentially this could open up an archer garrison in KVKs 1 through 3, which you really have no viable options for archer garrisons unless you're doing a mixed garrison, which doesn't really make a lot of sense because you don't really have commanders that pair well with that kind of mixed garrison. So hopefully this allows the early game players to use archers in their garrisons as well.
Talents are archer, garrison, and support.
Legendary Boudica and Henry V are also joining Rise of Kingdoms along with this update.
You can get Legendary Boudica through the Wheel of Fortune event.
So you're going to be able to get Boudica, like she said, through the Wheel of Fortune, which is great because I think everybody should be using Boudica when she comes out. She is just way too good not to use. She's going to be the archer version of Scipio, which is the infantry version of Nevsky. So now we have Nevsky, Scipio, and Boudica. We have cavs, archers, and infantry that are all going to be OP. And so each one counters each other, and so it's going to be very interesting. Kind of like a rock, paper, scissors now, where you don't really have one that's dominating everything. You have that checks and balances between the cavs, infantry, and archers. So Henry V here is going to be archer, conquering, and support, as we know. And so he's going to be through the Mightiest Governor.
Available during the Mightiest Governor event.
And that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and let us know in the comments what you think about this update.
And don't forget to follow our other socials for incoming community events with great rewards.
All right, if you guys enjoyed the video today, please drop a like and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this update and what you guys think about having 4 new archer commanders coming into the game. Personally, I'm not too excited because I'm an infantry guy, and so I know this is going to be making my life a little bit harder, but it will be very interesting to see how this Egypt civilization fares in terms of these special units and how these archer commanders are also going to work in the early game and the late game with Boudica and Henry V. Like I said, if you guys enjoyed the video, please drop a like and subscribe. So I'll see you guys in the next video.